Okay, so for number 67, we have a piecewise function, and repeating the directions again, it says, find a constant a or the constants a and b such that the function is continuous on the entire real line. So here we have three different transition points, right? So we have the function f of x. For x less than or equal to -1, we have that f of x is 2. So that's all of these values. And then we have between -1 and 3, it's given by ax plus b. And we recognize that ax plus b is some kind of line, right? So it could be a horizontal line, or it could be a line with a negative slope, or it could be a line with a positive slope. At any point in the region between x equal to -1 and 3, some kind of line will be drawn there, some kind of straight line. And then at x greater than or equal to 3, the value of our function is -2. Now we know that at each of these transition points, the limit has to be equal, or excuse me, the limit has to be defined, which means that the function approaches the same value on the left and on the right. So that means that our line has to be drawn between our two limit points here, right? So between -1 and -2, excuse me, between -1 comma -2 and 3 comma 2 as our two different points, that's where we need to draw our line between. So we need to figure out what the equation of the line would be for those 2 points. And that's pretty easy. We just have to figure out what the slope is, right? So we have 2 minus a -2 on the top over 3 minus a -1, which is 4 over 4, so our slope would be 1. And for a b value, right, we would just input one of these 2 points. So our b value would be -2 equal to -1 times 1 plus b, so our b would be equal to -1. Notice that I didn't draw this to scale, right? So it looks like I'm crossing at the x-axis. I just didn't know. I just knew that I had some constant, another constant for x less than -1 and x greater than 3, and some kind of line in between them. And that's all that I really had to know. Figuring out the slope and the vertical intercept of that line, it was a matter of algebra. So it's continuous. This function is continuous everywhere if a is equal to 1 and b is equal to -1. Okay, and that's number 67.